And we're live. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma, and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracen, and welcome back to Murder by Numbers, now on part 9, which is honestly more than I thought this game would have, so nice. I'm still thoroughly enjoying it, and oh wow, apparently I'm got some interesting, I don't know. Enough about my internal organs, let's move on to the actual game. Yeah, really hope this is going out to everyone, even the non-subs, because Twitch's ad manager was bugging, and I don't know whether it ran ads, or is still running ads, or what, but to anyone who can hear me, hi, to anyone who can't, sorry, and also welcome to the VOD, I guess. But yeah, so last time we dug deeper into the mystery of the dead girl on the boat. Found out that the Kinos were international diamond smugglers, as one does, hidden inside traceable film props, which seems like a choice. And it's all kind of coming to a head on the boat, but we're still only like rank D, so I guess we have a bunch of game left to do, so we'd better get back into it. As ever, if I've forgotten what was happening in the case, why is anyone surprised? Ah yes, here we are at the cop shop. Aaron's been arrested, and Ray is here. Hi Ray. What do you want? We still have a few loose ends, and I want answers. Yes, I do. Did you really think you and Aaron would get away with smuggling diamonds? Nothing has been proven in a court of law. You're not going to get anything out of him. I can almost understand Erin's motivation. She does things just to see what it's like, but you went along with it all. I'll do whatever I have to do. Erin isn't like you or me. She needs guidance. She needs to be protected. If Florrie Becker was mixed up in all this, you might as well tell us now, because we will find out. I honestly have no idea what happened to her. You seem pretty angry that Erin was arrested, but how far would you go to defend her? What are you getting at? You told Mal to stay away from the hold, presumably because you knew it was full of illegal cargo, but then you found out anyway. Did you attack Mal Cruz because he knew too much? Was that last line by Scout? I didn't notice. I object. That's a leading question. There's nothing to support that claim. How about Mal himself? As soon as he's able to talk, we'll know exactly what happened. Abrupt cut. That's no good. I can't get anything useful out of Ray. He's denying everything. He's a lawyer. What do you expect? This isn't a courtroom. Objections don't count. Exactly. And also, this might be a police station. I'm not a cop. I am a randomer with a robot, and really I can do what I want. Maybe not for long. An officer from Port Authority was just here. They found the missing lifeboat, and there was something inside. Wow. Taking a second to get into that drop. Oh. There was a Picross inside. Funny how this keeps happening. But I guess at least the framing for it is a little bit more elegant than your classic Professor Layton. That reminds me of a Picross I saw once. It's almost like Picross is the main mechanic of this game. Absolutely huge if true. What are you saying? That games have mechanics? Never been proven. I don't think they exist. Games can't have mechanics, they don't even have cars. Exactly. I mean, some games do. Have cars, not mechanics though. What's that? 10, 13? What's those? Take that out. We have that. Good to see that. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, that does have to be the second two, so the first two's in there. Those can't connect, so that's your 1, that's your 4. That connects down there. Cool. That's also a 4, which pushes that out. 2211 sounds good. That's 9. Not great, but Gives us those at least. Uh, 2, 3 is 6, which gives us that. And 2, 1, 1 is 6 out of 8. No, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, and that could be either. Ah, but whichever it is, it can't go this way, otherwise it would run into where the 1 break 1 needs. So that's good to know. Okay, and the 4, 2, 3 can't all fit into 9, so that has to go there. 5 pushes that up to there. And yeah. Isn't the tune that is actually being made, but you know. How much is 1512? That's 12, really? Yeah, that's 12. So it can't all fit in there, so there has to be the 1 in here, so that has to be the start of the 5. Nice. And then the 1 break 2 has to be in there, so gives us that one. That can't be more than 1 away from there. No, that could be the 1 or the 2. No space for a 4-2 in here, so the 4-4 has to be in here, and that's 9, so we've got these. Which gives us that 3, and also the space the 2 has to fit into. So now we know that that's the last 3. That can't be the 3, so it's got to be the 2, and there's not space before it, so it can't be the second 2. I know some of these deductions are just getting highlighted by the puzzle hints graying out, but at the same time I like to see the logic behind them, because it's better for my play. And when I say my play like that, I can't tell if I mean my technique, or like I'm talking like a zookeeper, and just... You know, it's better for the enrichment I provide for the me. And you know what? Either of those views is valid. Nothing wrong with attending to your needs in a kind of distant, zoological way. If you are the zookeeper of your own body, at least that means you're taking care of it. And then every now and then you can be the escaped leopard of your own body and freak the zookeeper part of your brain out. I can't even remember which zoo that was, but there was an escaped leopard around here recently. I say around here, in this country. AKA the most exciting thing that happened in Britain that wasn't some terrible political news. So you know, it was a welcome relief. And there we go, it's a gun? Yeah, that's a gun. A weapon. You... Oh, no, that's not me. You okay, Scout? He might need a minute to... No. I am. Fine. Please, continue. This must be the gun that killed Laurie. Can you tell anything important from it, Detective? A little. I could be wrong, but I think this is a custom model. Looks like it's been modified. Can't Scout tell for sure. I would have thought he'd know all about weapons since he... Wow. Detective? There's no need to pretend anymore, Honor. It's clear you told Detective Cross what I remembered. felt like he had a right to know. I'm sorry if... No need to apologize. It was a logical decision. To answer your question, Detective, I only have limited knowledge of firearms, but I can detect several unusual machining marks. I believe this gun was modified for left-hand operation. Well, that ought to narrow things down. You think you may have missed the plot point they're referencing? So, while we were being shot at by a suspect that we unwisely chased down, Scout had a flashback to... He was having, like, weapon functionality built in against the original designer's wishes, and then he killed Tom, one of the designers, and then deleted a bunch of his own memories for Asimov laws reasons, and that's why they threw him out. Modified for left-hand operation, it's cheaper to just purchase a left-handed gun? Yeah. Give me a second. I'll go get Ray. Ray, are you left-handed? Just hit him like that. Is this your idea of a joke? Just answer the question. That's why your left-handed man prefers a revolver? Yeah. Honestly, this is a level of gun knowledge I did not possess on account of this country. Yes, I'm left-handed. What does that have to do with anything? Everything. Ray Kino, you're under arrest for the murder of Laurie Becker. Because you're the only left-handed person there is. Have you lost your mind? I didn't kill anyone. Save it for the jury. God, but we like to jump to conclusions around here. So, Aaron was smuggling diamonds. Ray attacked Mal when he found out, and then he killed Laurie when she found Mal. All that just to protect his sister. Family is important, as are friends. I'm sorry, I told Cross. I just thought that I would not find out. I know I shouldn't have told anyone without your permission. But it didn't seem fair to keep him in the dark. Oh, it's to do with where the ejector port is. That makes sense. Yeah, I say less gun knowledge than usual because of this country. I still have a solid amount because nerd. You think I am dangerous? I found someone who can help. They're waiting to meet you if you want. I want things to go back to the way they were. Left-handed mum and a military dad. Yeah, that'll do it. Me too. Ray's locked up tight. Never met a lawyer who deserved it more. What? I interrupt something? We're heading back to my apartment. You sure you don't want to help me with the paperwork? That's when the fun really begins. Sorry, Detective, I promised I'd help Scout, and I intend to keep that promise. Also, not a cop! Don't have to do your forms, and indeed, legally probably can't do your forms, because not a cop. Legally, probably can't do a lot of the things I'm doing. Fair enough. Thanks for your help today. Both of you. I mean it. I feel like I'm not nailing his voice. But it's a plot point already that she's not even licensed, so I don't think she legally can be subcontracted by the police. Let me know if you hear anything from the hospital about Mal. Neither is Blackwater. Yeah, but we have much less money. Will do. Scout. Good luck. Location unlocked. But before we go, Honor runs a government black site in her closet. I mean, we've never seen inside it, it's true. And anyway, no, she doesn't have space to run a government black site in her closet. That's where she has to be. I have nothing more to say to you. Oh, okay. Guess we can't question Ray. Thanks for putting that button there, game. Can't you just tell me who we're meeting? Didn't anyone ever teach you to be patient? I don't believe that is in my programming. I will add it to my list of requested features for V2.0. 2.0. We didn't even make it to version 1.0. Scout, this is Jana. I know your face. You do? That's amazing. Your long-term memory must have self-repaired. Do you remember how you know me? I doubt it. He has trouble making connections between images and data. You should have seen what he thought with my car keys. Ah, called back to episode 1. You worked at the place where I was built. Seems like he's making connections just fine to me. Not a connection. An educated guess. I remember your face, but the associated data is corrupted. Therefore, I know you from a time before I wiped my memory. All my recovered memories from that time have involved the place where I was built, so you must also be from there. I feel like I'm losing the timbre of a lot of these voices. Westworld, it doesn't look like anything to me. Yeah. Hot take, good show. Full self-awareness. Logical extrapolation, your entire personality matrix is still intact. Impressive. Especially considering the condition I was left in. You were never supposed to end up on a scrap heap, Scout. Nah, just a battlefield in Afghanistan. Then, what happened? I need to get that missing data. Give me a second to get set up. What data? What is she doing? Jenna has a plan. She can write a modification to disable the black box routines they place on you. You set all this up without asking me. I couldn't risk mentioning it earlier. We had to be sure it was even possible. I thought we told each other everything. Okay, I'm gonna hook into Scout's neural net to get some diagnostic data. Is it safe to move around? Sure, just let me know if you feel anything unusual. You know, latency spikes, neural pathway errors, melted circuits. Hi, Jenna. Oh no, Scout. Jenna, I have some questions. He's running. Cue the chase sequence. Ask away. Just try not to hover too close to the TV. It screws up my connection. Chase Picross. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. What will the modification do? It's a patch to block or reroute your weapons subroutines. If it works, they'll be completely disabled. You wouldn't be able to use them even if you wanted to. And if it doesn't work, one thing at a time, Scout. Can you tell me more about where I was created? You were designed and built at the SSI labs not far from here. It was a purpose-built facility for research and development, and the Scout project was the crown jewel. Are the labs still there? I don't know. probably not. They sold pretty much everything when SSI shut down. The Scout Project. Scout, self-contained, operating... I forget the rest. One of Tom's little jokes. I swear it stood for something different every week. Fun, semi-related story. That was our plan when our Connections Online Quiz League team, which I've talked about at some length before, but TLDR, if you've ever seen Only Connect, this is the legally distinct online competition, in which 3 out of 4 seasons so far have been won by yours truly and my team. And when we set the team up, we're called Crabs because we have a running crab thing in basically our entire lives by now. But we put it all in capitals, and we were like, people are going to ask what it stands for, and then we'll have a different thing every week. That didn't happen, because it turns out quite a bit of effort, and also, nobody asked. We got asked by like 1 person per season, and by the time that happened the first time, we'd already forgotten. Fun fact or not, that's just my life. Who is Tom? Tom Schmidt, you're a hardware engineer. Who would have been proud to see how you turned out if... I have an important question. One I have wanted an answer to for some time. Why did you build me? You think it's fun? Well, okay. Not just me then. But then, I mean, we are basically the same person, as has repeatedly been established, so is it just me? And by me, I mean us. The goal was to create a robot that could operate in places too dangerous for humans. Radiation, extreme heat, flooding. So I can swim. Tested to a depth of 3,000 feet. I wanted you to be able to find and help people, that's why I took the job. Okay, yeah, I mean, you don't look the most waterproof, but fair enough. So, what changed? You were too much of a success. Your ability to not only assess situations, but also to reason and adapt to changes. Once they saw what Scout could do, SSI wanted the project to refocus on military applications, for deployment into combat zones. There's no money in saving lives. There's a lot of money in taking them. Scout dropping into the Marianas Trench to investigate murders. I'd watch it. Exactly. A scientific team being repurposed for military operations? I know the concept. I fought it every step of the way, but it was no use. They set up a defensive systems research division and gave them complete access to the project. One morning I came into the lab and Scout wasn't where I left him. I ran a memory check and someone had added a new code that I couldn't access. After that, it started happening more regularly. Tom and I didn't know what they were doing, but you could guess. When I woke up, all my memory banks were corrupt. At first, I thought they had just been damaged, but then I started remembering things about the lab, about you. I remembered the truth. I deleted those memories. And now I know I know what I did. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to hurt people, Jenna. Not again. If this modification works, you won't be able to. Now, can we change the subject? Sure, with an abrupt scene transition. Okay, I've got the data. Now I just need to write the patch. How long will it take? Hard to say. I've never had access to this part of his code before. Well, anyway, we'll have a phone call. Hi, detective, what's up? Nothing good? What? Okay, we'll be right there. What's wrong? It's Mal. He's dead. But he was in the hospital. He was getting better. Yeah, and then we told the shady people that we were busting that he was in the hospital, and I think we may have even said which hospital, because we're idiots. I don't understand either. Cross is waiting downtown to fill us in on the details. What about my software patch? Can I go? Sure, I'll just sit here on my own. That's cool. Don't worry about me. Would you prefer if I stayed to keep you company? Shocked that someone who isn't a cop is bad at doing cop stuff. Yeah. What? No, I was being serious. I work better without distractions. But can you grab me a bag of chips while you're out? I'm starving. Do I have anything else I can ask you? No. This is like the dramatic bit in a Satoshi Kon film. This music. I came as quick as I could. Is Mal really? Yeah. Someone got to him. But on the upside, that means I don't have to find another voice. More details, please? The hospital hasn't released an official statement yet. I saw it for myself. Mal's dead. How was he killed? Smothered to death with a pillow. It's an old classic. Simple, but effective. And quiet. Medical examiner says it happened within the last hour. The prime suspect has got to be whoever attacked him in the first place, but I thought that was Ray. Have we had a twist of Scout 2.0 the assassin drone yet? I mean, not yet. But we're only up to rank C in this case. There's stuff to happen yet. Me too. He's still locked in a cell. Either he's learned how to teleport, or we've got a problem. Find any evidence in the room? Nothing. The place was totally clean. This was a professional job. I mean, nobody else other than me has addressed how the fact that Clyde, guest captain of the boat, and obvious hitman, was obviously a hitman. I guess witness is dead and we've got nothing? Not quite. I pulled the CCTV. How did you get the CCTV so fast? Is that the question to be asking here, Honor? Rather than just, can we see it? It's a brand new system, all digital. I only got installed a week ago. There's a good chance the killer had no idea. A digital recording. I could scan through it. Fictional characters being unaware of the tropes they're subject to is sometimes deeply frustrating. Yeah, I know, but that's... Not every story can be deep metafiction, much as some people, i.e. us, might wish. That's what I was counting on. Here, it's on this disc. Scanning in progress. And we keep the dramatic music while we do it. Wonderful. Am I being sarcastic? I don't even know anymore. Okay. Seven out of these 10 gives those 4. All have to be ones horizontally. 1 to 6 is 11. This is those two. That's got to be 3, so just there. That's got to be a 1. And then it's got to have the 3, 1, 1 after it like that, because that's the only way they fit. What else have we got? That's going to be the 6, pushes to there. That's going to be the 5, locks that, but then that had to be a 1 anyway. 1, 8 is 10, 5 offset gives us those. Also, is it me? Or has the cop shop elected for the interesting art choices of 3 horses and Raul Julia in Street Fighter? I mean... one way or the other, the 5 has to be in here, so it's that. So the 2 can't fit in there. 212 is 7, so this is those. Which finishes that 3 and cuts that. You can't fit 252 into 9, so that second 2 has to be there, so that's the 5. That's got to be a 2, that's got to be a 1. That cuts there. That's got to be a 1. Cops have the hegemonic overclass, and Raul Julia is deeply into hegemonic overclasses. Yes, and I hasten to admit, not Raul Julia the person, rather him playing Bison in Street Fighter the movie. A film that I, like so many people, have a surprising amount of knowledge of for a film that I know entirely through memes. I've never seen the film, and let's be real, it's likely that I never will, because I never get around to seeing good films that I actually want to. Yeah, don't know the actor Raul Julia's opinion on fascists. I mean, I can tell you what his current opinion is, in that he doesn't have one on account of being dead. But at the time, I seem to remember him being a fairly cool and well-respected by good people dude. By all accounts, so we can but hope. Hey, let's see if we can load him up in that chat with historical people bot that everybody's been using. I'm sure that'll give us a clean answer. Topical Twitter humour. I was about to say never gets old. No, it kind of by function of topicality does. So what do we have over here? So there has to be 3, 1 in that 6, so that gives us those. That's got to be the 1. 2 goes in there, but, yeah, which we already knew. Can't get further than that. That's what? That's got to be a 2. Okay, that's helpful. Closes those 2 columns, pushes that 3 back to there, that's the 1, finish that. Okay, those, and we're good. It's a camera! We found the camera! Silence is violence, cancel Raul Julia. No, I will not. Digital footage downloaded. Scanning frames. Focus on the footage from about an hour ago. Look for anything unusual, suspicious figures. I have something. It's Clyde. There we go. Who could have seen this coming? Muscle Man. That me, Eddie, sure. The footage is conclusive. White male, prominent facial scar, wearing a white uniform with cap, left-handed. Left-handed, but that means... Yes, it means you can't just arrest the first left-handed man you're even vaguely suspicious of. That pistol was his all along. He shot Laurie. All this time I thought he was just some charter captain, despite being the most hitman-looking person ever to not have a barcode tattoo. I feel like I've seen someone do that to whatever celebrity's dead and never stated they hate fascists before they were a fascist. Yeah, but people will espouse all kinds of views on the internet. And truly, what is death but the ultimate cancellation? For good reason. Ray told us he hired Clyde from an agency. But But either he was lying or he really had no idea. I'm sorry. You had no reason to doubt that he was a charter captain because you were just going on the word of this incredibly shady lawyer who you just convicted of being involved in diamond smuggling. You idiots! I think it's time we find out which. Hi, Ray. So about that hitman you hired. This is why we don't trust cops. What? Because they're idiots. Afternoon, Ray. How's your cell? Are you here for a reason or just to make wisecracks? What can you tell me about Clyde Musselman? The charter captain. I'd almost forgotten about him. I don't know any more than what I already said. Mal called in sick and the agency sent Clyde as a replacement. Yeah, did Mal call in sick after he was beaten and locked in the cargo hold? Because I'm feeling like yes. Except, Mal was locked in the cargo hold. How could he have called in sick? See, Scout gets it. Well, I didn't receive the call myself, but that's what Clyde told me when he arrived. What difference does it make? Has anybody here, I know it's the 90s, but has anybody here heard of the concept of deception? Sometimes people can say things and they turn out to in fact not be completely true. God, why is LA full of Thermians? What the hell have I got on my glasses? Both questions you will be difficult, you will be, you know, hard place to answer. Yeah, they do just let you lie. And then, the real tech, if they try and punish you for lying, you can just say you didn't. More than you realise, Clyde was lying to you! The exclamation mark just sounds so scandalised there. Especially in LA, the city of actors. Yeah! Shouldn't you be asking Mal about this? Surely he's awake by now. He's not going to wake up, Ray. He's dead. Mal Cruz is dead. He was murdered in his hospital bed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've known Mal for a long time. With your help, we can bring his killer to justice. Look around. Is this your idea of justice? What, a police station? I mean, it's a popular one. Can you give us the detail of the hire company you use? You hijack my yacht, arrest my sister, accuse me of murder, and then you ask me for help? You're out of your mind. Why should I trust you? You're still on the hook for Laurie's murder. If you want to get out of here, you should be working with us, not against us. Honor, still not a cop or a detective or even a PI. Yeah. It will take more than a few sweet words to get me to trust you and that bullhound of a detective. What if I said we've got a lead that could prove your innocence? We just need your help to confirm it. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, then here, see it. We have CCTV footage of Clyde leaving the hospital where Mal... Did I just say hospital? Anyway, hospital where Mal was killed. Oh wait, no, that was Scout saying that. I keep missing which is Honor and which is Scout. They've both got 5 letters and their first thing is O. Honor, if there's a lead that proves his innocence, you shouldn't just hold that over his head to force his cooperation. Yeah, she shouldn't. But she can, because she's not a cop. That cuts both ways. Caught him red-handed, huh? It's very cop-like. Yeah, fair. Left-handed, actually. If he murdered Mal, there's a good chance he might kill Laurie, too. I told you I didn't kill anyone. You've been so focused on your vendetta against us that you ran headfirst towards prosecution with no thought for due process. Once again, Ray, terrible person, shady lawyer, diamond smuggler, correct! This game has an interesting political stance. I don't have a vendetta against you or your sister, Ray. All I care about is finding the truth. If we can tie Laurie's murder to Clyde, you'll be free to go. How am I supposed to help, even if I wanted to? Maybe you've forgotten, but Detective Cross has me locked in a cell, even if it's not on the art. Right now, we've got no way to track Clyde down. We need to know who he really is. Can you think of anything that might help? Honor, you literally are a legal nightmare. Yeah! It was the 90s. Everybody was on coke. It's fine. He was waiting on the boat when we arrived this morning. Of course, I noticed that tattoo right away. Like the worst Batman. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He told us he was in the military. Served in Vietnam. Scout, do you think you could look up his service record? I do not remember him telling us this, but then I don't remember a lot of things. Brain full of holes. It's possible, but I would need more search parameters. Come on, Ray, you're a lawyer. You're supposed to be good at finding little inconsistencies. Now you mention it, there was something a little strange. When he introduced himself, he said his name was Hyde. He corrected himself right away, so at the time I thought nothing of it. But now, I get the feeling he made up a new name on the spot. I think Clyde's really called Hyde. Not exactly an inventive false name, but it's worth a shot. This may be enough information. I can access military records through the police computer. Really? Is that a thing? I mean, given my level of knowledge of both the military and police procedure, in practical experience, I couldn't tell you. It's not a thing, didn't think it was a thing. Give me a moment to establish a data link. The military? But they must have the tightest security in the country. Nothing unless it's an MP, yeah. They've never gone up against me before. Scout, you are terrifying. Yeah, also, yeah, from what I know of the military, they very much do not have the tightest security in basically any country they exist in. Speed Picross time, 4 of them in like a minute. But luckily we did it in 32 seconds because I am like unto a titan in this sport of kings. I'm almost disappointed by military security. I found an administrator account with the password 123. I mean, that tracks. Given every place I've worked in or been at and its general attitude to data security, and indeed the government. Yeah, everybody's data security is bad, because that's what hacking is. It's just finding the one human who didn't care enough about data security and going in that way. Right, what idiot would have that as their password? Honor. Searching for visual matches with the tattoo on Hyde's arm. Had a customer once when I worked in a call center whose security cameras were available on their public IP with the security password 00000. Yep, sounds about right. It seems to be the insignia of the 5th Marine Regiment. Narrowing search by name, known physical characteristics, and service record. They were an insurance firm. Wow, yeah. Again, I'm not shocked. One record found. Corporal Hyde, Muscleman. And his hitman alias was Clyde Muscleman. I am offended. Offended. Christ's sake, people. Put some actual thought into it. That really was his real name. Hyde fought at several key battles in Vietnam and remained a member of the 5th Marines until he was dishonorably discharged in 1977. Hitman named Muscleman, he also does WWE on the side. Would not be surprised. Well, yeah, it was WWF at the time. They kicked him out. What for? Misconduct under Article 90 of the UCMJ. Assaulting or willfully disobeying a superior officer. But there's something else here you may find more interesting. Hyde was suspected of killing a staff sergeant in a friendly fire incident in 1968. Was it the World Wildlife Foundation back then? Because, I mean, it's the World Wildlife Fund for Nature. But I can't remember if they changed that in the aughts as well. I think they might have, but, like, kept the initials the same. There was a solid case against him, but a key piece of evidence was lost. A bullet casing. So you're saying that evidence was lost because he kept it with him for 30 years and now happened to drop it on this boat he had to do some murder on? Okay. It was formerly World Wildlife Fund. Right, yeah, and then they added for Nature, yeah. I mean, all this time we've been holding on to evidence from a 30-year-old murder? Sometimes the solution to a puzzle relies on one missing piece of information. Without it, progress is impossible. Are there any records about what he did after he left the Marines? We still need a way to track him down. What? Yeah, of course Honor sounds very cop-like, because she desperately wants to be a cop. The police kept a close watch on him for several years after he was discharged. He drifted between jobs, and their records gradually became less detailed. The last entry is from 1991. It simply says, now employed by SSI. Don't know what that fade out was about. Did you say Hyde worked at SSI? Scout, that's the company that created you. Do you think he was involved in my project? Do you think he is responsible for... I'm not sure, but I bet Jenna could tell us. Secret Evil Scout? I feel like there's going to be. By detective, we won't fill you in on what's going on. Did you solve your case? No. If anything, it got more complicated. I mean, no, you've basically solved it. The thing you're looking for is prosecuted it, which is going to be very hard now that the hitman has disappeared. Well, I'm not done yet either. Can't rush these yeah. English. Who does it? Can't rush these things. Gotta take your time and think it through. Okay, but more importantly, how's the work going? We just had this conversation. There's a lot of weird stuff in this code, but it's nothing I can't handle. Bigger problem is going to be deploying the patch. I don't know if I can do it without a specialized tool. What specialized tool do you need? Is it a tri-wing screwdriver? Because nobody in the world has those. Something called a data shunt. It's for uploading software to a protected drive. Not something you can buy off the shelf. Nor a try with a screwdriver. You can't do it without? No. This patch has to hook into dozens of core systems to override Scout's decision-making. What do you mean? It'll completely disable your offensive systems. You won't be able to use them even if you want to. Wait, this thing will override Scout's decision-making? White paper from 1980 on Datatron's. You're gonna change the way he thinks. It'll take away his ability to hurt people. What's the problem? I mean, if we're to assume he's sentient, then I would argue there is definitely a problem. I'm just not sure if I'm comfortable with the idea. Robotomy. There you go. You get that one rim shot. I don't ever want to hurt anyone again, Honor. But right now that's your decision. If we take that away from you, if we force you to never hurt anyone, does it mean anything anymore? I'm not sure I understand. Can we discuss the philosophy later? I've got work to do. Okay, moving on to the actual reason we came back. Did you know anyone at SSI called Hyde Musselman? Yeah, he worked in defensive systems research. Some ex-military beefcake with more muscle than sense. That sounds like Hyde. Do you know what happened to him? After SSI shut down, the head of defensive systems started his own company. I think Hyde went with him. Is it Lethe? It's Lethe. If Scout chooses to undergo it with full understanding of what it is, absolutely, yeah, that's his choice. But that's the important thing. Informed consent is important. Huge takes today. Any idea which company? It was a long time ago. I had a name like Lethal Lethe. Yeah, that's the one. Are you sure Hyde went to work at Lethe Security? Yeah, he was sick of working in a research lab anyway. Only time I ever saw him smile was when they were doing weapons tests. We've met the CEO of Lethe. His company is connected to 3 different murder cases. Yeah, and also, we knew this was going to be the case because they introduced the CEO of Lethe and he was far too much of a distinct character for them not to be setting this up. The on-the-nose names are great. Yeah, I know. Wait, you met Jack? Did he see Scout? He was very interested in me. He even offered to repair me after I was damaged. Oh no. He knows you're still working. What, do you think he might do something? Try to snatch Scout or something? I don't know, but you better watch your back out there. Okay. So now where? Do we go back to the cops? I think we'll probably go back to the cops and tell Officer Cross about any of this. I say officer, detective. Any good news? I tried my usual sources, but so far, nothing. We've got a new lead on Muscleman thanks to Ray. Ray was helpful. He was plenty cooperative once he realised I was trying to prove he didn't kill Laurie. Typical defence lawyer. Happy to fight the good fight, but only when it suits him. This is such a thing in propaganda, is this just demonization of defense lawyers, and it's weird. Oh, look. My ad break is coming in just in time to interrupt this rant about cops. Which is good, because otherwise it could take up the rest of the stream, and we've all got somewhere to be. So, yeah, I need to take a short break. Just 3 minutes. I can get some water and stretch my legs and run some ads. It'd be great if you let them run. And, you know, also get some water, have a snack, take your meds if you need to, move around. I don't know, send someone a picture of a dog. Do what you need to do. But I will be back in 3 minutes after these messages from our sponsors. Disclaimer, I claim no affiliation with anybody who advertises anything you're about to see. Alright, I'm going to stop talking and be back in 3. Bye. And I'm back. So yeah, cops hate defense lawyers, and I know which side of that particular dichotomy I want to be on. Let's move on. So what did you find out about Clyde? Firstly, that his name isn't Clyde, it's Hyde. He was a Marine. Oh, that was Scout. I really need to read the names. Dishonorably discharged, likely killed a superior officer, and that's not even the interesting part. After he was discharged, he got a job at the lab that created Scout. I'll be damned. Think there's some kind of link? Well, yeah, because they keep showing up everywhere. That's what I'm hoping to find out. I spoke to Jenna about Hyde. He did work at SSI in their defense division, and his boss was Jack Larson. Larson? CEO of Lethe? Yeah. When the Scout project went bad, SSI was shut down. Jack founded Lethe and Hyde went with him. Let me get this straight. Hyde works for Jack. So did Laurie. This gets more complicated by the minute. This is how they handle disputes at Lethe. I hope they have a good employee health plan. I mean, you don't need a health plan at all if your dispute resolution mechanic is murder. Like, dead people famously require almost no healthcare. Laurie contacted us because she wanted to give information on Frank Pritchell. That has to be why she was killed. Larson's gone too far this time. He may be the common link between these deaths, but we still have no evidence against Jack himself. We need to find that evidence. Right, Detective? Right. Jack Larson's always been one step ahead of us, but not this time. We need to get inside the Lethe offices. I agree. How long will it take to get a search warrant? That's gonna be tricky. I'm not exactly on the best terms with my captain right now, what with the whole going undercover without telling anyone thing. He's never gonna play ball. Okay, so no warrant. What about me and Scout? Not cops. It's a private security company, Honor. You can't just walk in through the front door. Oh, that's Scout. I'm confident I can bypass their security. I hacked into a military server earlier without issue. Just maybe don't say that part. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Option 3. As someone with a weird ability to look like you belong, you beg to differ. Yeah, so many places. You just need confidence and the right vibe, and you can just walk straight into anywhere. But yeah, option 3 is finally we acknowledge the truth, which is that Honor is not being a cop. She is being some kind of Batman investigator. And maybe being a cat burglar. I forget detective work. Maybe being a cat burglar is my real calling. Not gonna give you permission to break into a private office. No, but is it breaking in if we hack their servers and tell them to give us authorization and then we just walk in? That's not breaking and entering, that's just entering. Is there a law against hacking and entering? Probably, but here we are. Different thing. Was there in the 90s? Yes, technically, I know, it was a bit. If someone did break in, and evidence happened to fall into police hands. Say no more, Detective, we understand. Ah, the plausible deniability of it all. I do not understand. New location discovered, Lethe security. Bye, Detective, we're going, checks notes, home. Swanky. Oh, it turns out we could just walk in. This place is suspiciously quiet. Hacking their security system was some of my best work. You can tell because we didn't include it in the game. I thought you were just disabling the security alarms. How did you get everyone to leave? While I had access to their network, I sent an urgent message to everyone in the company. They think the building is being fumigated for killer bees. Social engineering, exactly. Wear the right seat clothes, just walk in, nobody will care. I guess that makes this a kind of sting operation. Oh, wait, I still have a button. I really need to use that more often when he's trying. Let's take a look around. There's got to be something here linked to Laurie or Hyde. Investigate! Which is, of course, Spanish for cat in a vest. We found some files. That's 14. Right, that can't be the one because there's something before it, so it's got to go backwards. So no, yeah. Yeah, no, that has got to be the 4. The 2 even. Not the thing I just said, the other one. And then that's the 2, so that can't be the... no, this is wrong. Screwed something up. Dialing it back. Yes, it's because I was trying to put a 4 into this instead of into there. Because I wasn't lining it up correctly. Also, you can tell it's... You're going to send that to your sister now, what? I don't even know what I said that was worth sending. Because, as we all know, the words come out of my mouth, and at the same time they come out of my brain. Oh, investigate, yeah. You're welcome. If you liked this stupid languages joke, that's my life. It's me, I'm the stupid languages joke. No, that's a little bit harsh, Emma. What was I just saying? Zookeeper yourself. Okay, yeah, that's got to be part of the 2. So that's the 1. Look, sometimes you just need to give yourself a talking to, and hey, if it's out loud, so be it. Nothing wrong with talking to yourself. I do it literally all the time. I mean, I say literally. You know, the other meaning of literally that doesn't actually mean literally. You know what's up. Descriptive language usage, baby. Literally in the figurative sense, exactly. Figuratively, literally, not literally, literally. But literally, figuratively. This is the other reason I don't explain how I'm doing the pick processes as I do them, is would I have nearly this much space to talk nearly this much crap? I posit no. Also, posit. Great word. Why do people not use that more often? Yeah, when I said these thoughts come out of my mouth and they come out of my brain, it's actually the other way round. They come out of my brain, and thus they come out of my mouth, and thus they are lost forever. I think these things, and they come out of my mouth, and then everybody else has to deal with them. Which is the other similarity I have with cops. NB, this joke is actually a reference to a playthrough of Disco Elysium I watched once. Saying it's the real power of being a cop is you can just say stuff and then people have to deal with it. Oh, this is hard to pin down. Oh, wait, no it's not. Good talk, Emma. I thought this thing was difficult, but in fact it was not. I just hadn't taken all my notes and posted all my X's. It's a locker? Really? Is that what that is? Why does your locker have a tap coming out of it? Or is your locker eating a fish? It's difficult to tell. This locker is labelled Laurie Becker. Like, is it actually labelled that, or is it labelled locker, and they just wrote Rebear in the middle? For some reason, the fact that Laurie Becker has all of locker in it in this particular moment is funny to me. That's my brain. Now we might finally find out why she wanted to talk to Cross. There is one problem. How do we open Laurie's locker without the code? Excuse me, you're the extraordinary robot. You should be able to do these things. What if we have the code already? We've been carrying it around all day. I don't understand. We have the yacht transmission, the bracelet, or Laurie's Lethe badge. I would assume the bracelet? Laurie's bracelet holds the code. Remember the engraving? For answers held on the day you fell. Exactly. I didn't understand it at first, but everything in this case keeps coming back to Lethe security. And who else do we know worked at Lethe? Whose death was she trying to talk to Cross about? Frank Pritchell. I see. He fell to his death, and Laurie's locker might hold some answers. Frank Pritchell was killed on June 14th. Try 0614 because we are in America. It's open. Let me scan inside. There's a Picross in there. That's 10. Just because of those. Not even the basics of personal security. Yeah, for a security firm, this place is disgraceful. That's 13, so center 7, yeah. Maths, Emma, do you speak it? I'm going to lose all the credit I built up as one of the few quiz who can actually do maths. That's 12. That is just 15. That's going to be 2 seconds, that one, just about that. Yeah, a 1, 2, and then a 1 there. is that one, that's your 2, this is that. Okay, a 5 in here is those, likewise. And a 4 is that one. This has to be a 4. That's got to stay at 3. So that gives us those. Handy. That's got to connect to that 6. Uh, 312 is 8 out of 10. Is that? Nothing fits in there. That is in there. Nothing can go there, because otherwise the 2 would break into the 7. Don't know what that's going to be, so move. Okay, so at least the 2 1s have to be in this top 3, so this top 5, so 3 can't also be, so it's definitely 1 and 1 in there, 3 1 2 in there, and 3 1 2 is 8. So that's a 1 offset in here because of those 2. That should push up there because I can count. I can allegedly count, it's failed me enough times during this game. You can't fit 1 1 2 in there, so this has to be the 2, so the 1 to separate them has to go in there. There was like a more detailed way of solving that, but trust me. It's everybody's favourite source on the internet, trust me, bro. Which is, you know, it's the tech whenever anybody wants you to provide a citation. Have you considered just telling your academic advisor to lay off a bit? Disclaimer, do not do this. Absolutely do not do this. I was in academia for long enough to know that that's, and I know enough people in it to know that that's a very bad idea. Just go up to your thesis supervisor like, hey, could you just not? They're unlikely to respond well. And also, good luck getting a meeting with your thesis supervisor. God, I'm around too many academics that it just ends up with me making making post-grad jokes, and I never even did a post-grad. It's a compact disc. These were revolutionary at the time. Please, can we have a rank up already? Interesting. It's a compact disc labelled backup. Back up now, and give brother room. The fuse is set, and I'm about to say boom. Mercy, mercy, mercy me, Maleficent's cage on stage, I'm free. I think I probably know basically all the words to that off the top of my head, which says a lot about me. But it would have been relevant in the period of this game. This is where I ask if you have a CD drive and you say, I'll add it to the list, right? Wrong. I didn't have a CD drive until I took one From that laptop Ryan gave you. Fair. Well, what do you know? Ryan is good for something. Okay, Scout, give it a whirl. Please wait while I read the contents. Can't you read any faster? Sorry, Honor. It's only a single-speed drive. Ah, the 90s. I remember having a 4-speed drive, and that was exciting. Ugh, I take it back. Ryan is officially good for nothing. I have the data. It's Frank Pritchell's personnel record. Is that it? I wonder why Laurie wanted to give this to Detective Cross. Because it holds information on every job Frank was given by Lethe, and his last assignment before he died was to intimidate Blake Patterson. Yeah, but we knew this! Like, it's nice having proof, but we knew this! So Ryan was telling the truth. Frank hadn't gone rogue when he came after Blake. It was a Lethe job. Jack Larson signed off on it himself, and if Jack lied about that, perhaps he also lied about how Frank died. Cross was right. Frank Pritchell didn't commit suicide. He messed up on a job. He messed up so badly that Jack had him killed to cover it up. Come on, Scout. We've got to get the CD to Cross. I'm assuming this is Jack. Not so fast. Oh no, it's Clyde. Not so fast. Hide! That's Captain Musselman to you. Have some respect. Why are you still dressed as a ship captain, Clyde? Murderers don't deserve respect. Not a cop, but here we are. You've been busy, just like Laurie. And look what happened to her. Now, give me that CD. Frank's dead, and he'll stay that way. I mean, I wasn't proposing to make him not dead. I'm already outside of my skill set most of the time in these investigations, but that would be even further outside of my skill set. You won't get away with this. You've killed too many people. Detective Cross will... Cross will do nothing. Not enough evidence. Not without that CD, anyway. And why should we give it to you? You're not leaving this room alive either way. Hand over the CD and I'll make it quick. Wait. Again, these fade out and then fade into basically the same conversation beat, and it's just like, why? What about Jack? Do you really want to have to tell him you killed Scout? He won't care. Scout's just another loose end. Can't you see you're being played? Jack just doesn't want you to realise what you've got here. What's that supposed to mean? Scout is worth a lot of money to the right people. If you keep him alive, you'll be set for life. Forget working for Jack, you could run your own company. I gotta call Jack. Why have you got to call Jack? After that argument, that seems like the worst thing you could do, but hey, what do I know? Damn it, he's locked the door. Any ideas? I'll look around. There must be a way out. Investigate. The mouth of the river Stygate. Yes, that joke does work only if you know the basics of how Scottish place names work. What of it? Look, as has been well established, I have one primary audience in mind when I write jokes, and that is me. If I can amuse myself, I do not care. Don't care at all. With all the love in the world. I mean, I love it when people appreciate my humour and all, but ultimately, I'm doing the things because I find them funny. That's just the way of it. It just so happens that it turns out I have excellent taste, and that what I find funny is also what a larger audience of people also enjoy. Which is convenient, you know? The 2's got to fit in there. First one in there. Oh yeah, 2, 7 is 10. Out of these 12 is 2 offset because of those. That's all of that. 3, 7, 1 is 13. Yes. 2 offset. 5. Okay, there. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1. So that's the 2, obviously. This is far too boppy and cheerful for the dire predicament we find ourselves in. How often do you use the word dire and it's not specifically about a predicament? I mean, realistically, how often do you use the word predicament? And I'm saying this as you, not me, because my Lexis is deeply weird to begin with. Went through all of college deeply confusing my linguistics tutors, because my accent and my Lexis are all kind of built from whole cloth, because when one is a linguist and chronically on foreign media and a wildly pretentious child and trans and neurodivergent, you kind of end up speaking like nobody else in the world. And also, where I live is a very heavily... It's a linguistic melting pot, because it's a commuter town and everybody moved here in the 60s. It was just a running thing that phonology professors would make guesses about how I would pronounce things, and then they'd be wrong, and then I'd be like, well, sometimes I pronounce it like that, sometimes I say this, sometimes I say this, I don't know. It changes. Don't know why we're getting quite so many random life stories here, but apparently that's what was on the menu today. Okay, have a good meeting. See you when you're back, at which point we will, I'm gonna guess, be doing more Picross. Or possibly the same one if I can never find my way out of this. No. Can't do anything there. And that could be the 1 or the 2. This does have to be a 1 though, does that help? Well, it means that one's going to be there, so there's that. It's going to be the 1. Okay, yeah, that helps a lot. You just need to throw off the stability of the system, and then suddenly everything opens up. All those functions just collapse. God. Imagine if people called you Evan Schrödinger because you were so bad at parties every time you went to a function it collapsed. That joke is very funny to me and also very bad and very nerdy. I'd apologise if only I was sorry. The 5 has to be in this one way or the other, so it has to be those 3. Yeah, because it could still go back if that's the 1. But that means we've got that 2. And that 2. And what is Twitch telling me? Nothing important. Okay. Love it when you get push notifications that are just like, hey, do you care about this? No. Oh. Okay then. This is awkward. Because I, you know, enjoy the awkward moments, what can I say? Okay. Come on. That 4's got pushed to there, which gives us that 2. And that means that 5 is definitely there, so that one's there. Neat, and that one's there. The resolutions. We love to see it. Okay, here we go. This seems to have all sorted out. We just chase that around and we're done. Hooray, we found a box? A UPS crate. Okay. Ah, we are finally a detective. What is this? Why is it so heavy? I think it's an uninterruptible power supply. Oh, not a UPS box. Okay, different kind of UPS. I was thinking this... Aren't UPS boxes usually orange? And yeah, they are. Whereas this UPS, which is a different thing apparently. It provides emergency power in the event of electrical failure. So it's a really big battery. Bet it could deliver a pretty big shock if we could discharge it. And kill a man. In theory. But how would we do that? I mean, are there some jump cables around here? That would be traditional. That's 12. I do love the smooth jazz. That's 10, so at least there's that. 2521 is 13. This is those 3. Okay, that's still got to be a 1. Da-da-da. And then at least the 1-6 has to fit in this 11. 1-6 is 8, so is these 3? Which also lets us cut that, which lets us cut all of those. This is right there with Paradise Killer in the retro-futuristic aesthetic games where I just get to sit and vibe to smooth jazz for a while. Games. 12 out of 14 gives us these 2. Better than I thought. Now 12 out of these. But we know only the last one can fit in there, so... Apologies. Wow, my throat apparently really does not want to do this today. Well, screw you, throat, I do what I want. So what's that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 11. Which gives us that, which seemed like a lot of work for that, but hey. Oh, we know that there's only 2 groups here, so those can't be anything. Uh, 13. I can't go back. that's 10 out of 12. Okay, yeah, at least we get the center 2. I mean, that gives that and that. And the 5, 4, 1 can't all fit in there, so that means the 5's there. Excellent. That should crack things open a bit. Cracking open a cold pit cross with the boys. Three, 2, 2 is 9, which is exactly what we've got left. Neat. Ball's gonna fit in there. Means that's a 4. What defines back and forward in my head for the purpose of these puzzles? Because I swear every direction has been back at some point by now. There. Be a 1. That can't fit anything. So it has to be a 4. Those. Can I fit 2 1s in there? So that's the 3rd one, and then you need another 1 for 4. Last one. Four slots in there for 3 1s, so we'll work that out sometime. Yeah, this doesn't have to be a 1. Alright, that's the ones that need a 2 after it. Likewise. In there gives us the center 1. And this has to be a 3, so it pushes back to there. Uh, 1, 1, 4 is 8 out of these 9, so we know it's those. There's 2 1s before it. Pushes that down 1, which finishes that row. That's just all heavy ones. And some cables. We did find some jump cables. We are just going to murder this man. We might not be cops, but we are still bound by, like, the Geneva Conventions. Power cables, you want me to try and tie Hyde up? You were just talking about needing some way to discharge the battery. Is that not an option? He's twice my size. You might as well ask me to try and knock him out. That's not as unreasonable as it seems. These are power cables. If you found a way to deliver a high-voltage shock... Scout, I've got an idea. If I connect these power cables to the UPS, and then I do the thing where I hit them together menacingly so that they spark, it could deliver a shock powerful enough to incapacitate Hyde. But we don't know how much power is stored in the battery. Slight note, Scout, even in the 90s they had this distinction because it's basic science. You don't store power, you store charge. Just say. Only one way to find out. I can hear Hyde coming back. Try and distract him. How? Doesn't matter, just keep him focused on you. Bad news. Where's the girl? You should be more concerned about me. You don't make me laugh. I won't let you hurt my friends. Listen up, you dumb robot. You don't want to play games with me. I'm not playing games. This is just the look of... What? The... Okay, I know we were saying Evil Scout Arc, and I know we knew that he had a weapons mode. I don't think any of us were expecting this exactly. This new Phyrexia spoiler card looks dope. Assault mode engaged. Threat detected. What the? Weapon systems online. Ready to engage. Don't shoot. Your ship has sailed, Captain. Thank you. That man is dead. We zapped him so hard he evaporated. Yeah, no, that man is absolutely dead. You've just given him a heart attack. Yes, got him. Target lost. Target lost. Scout! What are you doing? Seeking new target. Scout, no! Seeking new... Seeking new... Buddy. What the hell was that? I don't know. I was trying to distract him, and something took over. It's alright. You're back to normal now. Yes, back to normal. I better tie Hyde up before he comes round. He's not going to. Can you check if he was carrying anything? Yes, I think so. You do not need a robot to rifle through his pockets. You have hands. They don't need to solve a pit cross, she says, solving a pit cross with her hands. The 5 has to fit on this end. Right, come on. 62, that's 12. These two. That's gonna be a 1. That could do a lot of things. The 3-2 has to be in here, which is 1 offset. That has to be a 1. This is that. That could go either way. But that means 1-3 of this row goes in there, 1 goes in there. Right. That pushes back there, which pushes up there. I think back is just like away from whatever I was just doing. Which makes a lot of sense when I say it like that. Shock as the ADHD brain conceives of many things as ADHD and generally neurodivergent brain sees things as like I don't know where I was going with this, and also I've forgotten the point I came in off, so you're welcome? Question mark? Yeah, no, I feel like I had a good point to make, but it's just completely gone, and I don't even know what I came in off. The 3-2 has to be on this side. Something's going wrong. Something's gone wrong. And this is because I stopped concentrating for a second, because I was trying to work out where my joke had gone. Oh no. Oh no. I think I've screwed this up bad. Well, if that goes on there, that loses that. No. Ugh. I've got to reset this. And you'd think I'd remember some of the parts of this puzzle so that it would be quick to fill in on the way back. And if you'd have thought that, then have you been paying attention to basically any stream I've ever done? That is not a thing. Hell, I just forgot something I was talking about in like 10 seconds after I did. Uh, 3-2 out of 7. Offset. No, that could absolutely be around there. That's 7 out of 10, wouldn't give me anything. Oh yeah, these 3s go into these 2 slots. I'm at least partly being just guided by vibes from the first go round, although now that worries me. Because, you know, we screwed it up last time. You're back. Have we seen Evil Scout yet? Well, welcome back. Well, interesting question. Mostly what we've seen is Picross and me screwing up and forgetting all of the words that come out of my mouth. But we haven't seen Evil Scout per se. We've seen Combat Mode Scout. So you missed that. And now I'm testing the definition of madness by doing a Picross twice and expecting the same result. And that middle column, WTF? What, this one? Just 2 and then 6 ones, so that's what, 8? Oh. 10, that's 14, so it gives us that at least. I think, yeah, we don't have space if that one's not filled, so it's got to go there. 2 1 in there. Look, I'm sure you'll see Combat Mode Scout in the future. That is far too much of a plot point with actual art assets for them to just drop. You'd hope. You have no faith in story designers? I mean, valid. Come in with that standpoint and you'll rarely be wrong. But I like to have hope. Seen way too many games present crucial character choices only to then immediately forget about them. Yeah, I think we all have at this point. Naming no names, and that's mostly because I can't be bothered to stop and think. Looking at you, Even the Ocean. I have not played that game, or indeed, I've at best vaguely heard about that game. And we stole his security pass. Great. That's weird. This keycard has SSI printed on it. I know Hyde used to work there, but Jenna said the labs were shut down. Oh no, did people lie? Yes, after my project was cancelled. In that case, why has he still got an access card? Doubt it's for sentimental reasons. There's only one likely explanation. Someone has reopened the lab. Anybody shocked? Anybody? Eula? Oh. It's 4 o'clock. That seems like a good time as any for us to take our second break. So yeah, as ever, I need to get up and move around and return slightly to the waking world and get some more hydration in me. And possibly out of me. And yeah, and we will be back to carry on with this. It's looking like we won't even finish the case, let alone the bonuses today. So let's just do as much as we do. Okay. And obviously, all the standard things for you all. have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to, get up, move around. Learn something about pigs. And let the adverts run. In the voice of RuPaul. Now let the adverts run! No. Anyway, I'm actually going to stop talking and go away. See you in probably about 5 minutes. Love you. And we are back. Hello, everyone. Hope everybody had a productive break, and I don't know what productive would mean in the last 6 minutes, but you know. Did you accomplish something? And if no, that's cool too. Too much of everyday life seems to be focused on us achieving something all the time. Anyway, let's go back to the lockers. 57 is 13. No. This is to be a 5. Has to go at least to there. Yeah, 4 would have to push on one more. Would it? Yes, I can count. Don't listen to me. 72 is 10 out of this 11, nice. Seriously, I just keep getting hit all over again by how much I'm enjoying the music in this game. Yeah, that does go there. I was just like, wait, is that really correct? I'm just running on instinct here. Turns out my instincts when it comes to playing Picross are very, very good, because I've been doing this for a very long time. And if you think that sounds like hubris, you're correct. Because that's another thing I'm very good at, is identifying hubris, and also falling victim to hubris. Look, this bracelet doesn't say poor decisions, she says, realising she's not even wearing her hubris bracelet. Branding, Emma! I don't know what it's branding Emma as, but, you know. There you go. That clearly, the spirit of hubris was not sufficiently with me. I don't even know what I'm building at this point. Some kind of delicious mystery Lego. Disclaimer, do not eat the Lego. Please stop eating the Lego. It's very difficult to put it together if you keep eating it. It's somebody's pager! Because we're just robbing everyone. Must be how Hyde kept in touch with Jack. There's one message saved. From yesterday, accessing. LB got a copy of Pritchard's file, assigned her to the Keno job. Deal with her. That confirms it. Hyde killed Laurie to stop her handing Frank's file over to the police. First he knocked out Mal and took over as captain, then he cornered Laurie away from the party and shot her. But the lifeboat release mechanism jammed, he lost his escape route, and then the body was discovered. Every second he stayed aboard, he risked being discovered. No wonder he wanted to get away so badly. Also, he was obviously evil from the start, because he looks like an anime villain. He left after we docked, and killed the only man who could identify him, Captain Cruz. It's lucky the hospital's CCTV caught him out. There's still one thing I don't understand. Why go to all this trouble just to keep Frank's file secret? I mean, yeah, of course we don't know that. That's because it's secret. Because it's hard evidence that Frank was working for Lethe when he killed Blake. This could bring down Lethe's security, and Jack Larson along with it. I think we both know what we have to do now. Go back to your apartment and wait for all this to blow over. There's no going back now, Scout. No, now drama music has kicked in. I was afraid you were going to say that. Bet that lab's full of evidence just waiting to be found. Even if that's true, we don't know where the lab is. Maybe not, but we know someone who does. But Honor, I am Pagliacci. Good timing, I'm nearly done with the patch. No idea how I'll install it without the right equipment, though. The data shunt, you said you created it at SSI, right? Maybe there's still one in the lab? Not a chance. The lab was closed when SSI shut down. There's nothing left. I don't think that's strictly true. What are you talking about? We had a run-in with Hyde. He was carrying an SSI access card. It seems the lab is operational again. Jack, what the hell is he doing? That's what we're hoping to find out. And we might be able to get your data shunt at the same time. But we need you to tell us where the lab is. I'll do better than that. I'll show you myself. Come on, let's go. Great. I just need to call Detective Cross. He can meet us there and... No. No cops. I mean, yeah. Jenna has the right of it. Don't worry, I've worked with Cross before. You can trust him. I said no. I don't need cops sniffing around asking questions about what really happened back there. I thought all this was over a long time ago. I'm not ready to go public. Not now. I need time. Alright. No cops. Is that really a good idea? What if... It's not up for discussion, Scout. Come on, I'll drive. Oh, and can one of you find my toolbox? I put it down around here somewhere. Anna, wait. I'm not sure I can go. Jenna still has to finish this software patch. You saw what happened to me with Hyde. What if I'm not ready? I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt you. You're not gonna hurt me. Jack might have tried to turn you into a weapon, but you're the one in control. But that's just it. I didn't feel in control. All I felt was anger. It was like all my circuits were on fire. There's one thing I've learned this summer, is that sometimes you've got to take control. A different game? Oh, okay. I don't know if I am strong enough. You're stronger than you think, Scout. And I'll be right there with you. New location discovered, SSI Labs. I've seen too much Korean stuff and my brain keeps wanting to pronounce that as She Labs. Oh, but also we should find Jenna's toolbox. And instead of looking for it like a normal person, let's just get a robot to find it for us. And then solve a puzzle. Found it. Okay, 5, 7 is 13. Which is the same thing in the same row that we started with last puzzle, which is an odd coincidence. This, in fact, is looking quite similar to our last puzzle in general, because then there was... I'm concerned. I swear this is the same. This is all feeling incredibly familiar. Either I've got some kind of puzzle precognition. I don't know what's going on. I mean, what else is new? That's got to be a 1. Nine out of 11 gives one of those. The 6 has to be in this 8, so it's definitely there. And then there's no space for the 2 there. Some 2 is 10 out of 11, so we get those. Four has to go in there. Is fit into that bottom row. Yeah, like this, the bottom few rows are exactly the same as the last one, which is very strange. That should be there. Because counting. 1 and 2 are not the same number. In much the same way as Judi Dench taught us all that cats are not in fact dogs. A fact that nobody before her had ever accurately observed. Look, that was the last film I saw before, like, you know, a pandemic happened. I'm not entirely convinced I'm not still there. And frankly, it will always stick with me in interesting ways. And I realise saying in interesting ways there made it sound even more questionable than it might have otherwise. But, you know, I often sound incredibly questionable, that's just kind of my thing. Because once again, I say words and other people have to deal with them then. Up until then, they were only existing in my head, and now everybody gets to share my brain worms. A relatable mood, yep. Yeah, that is very similar to the page we just found, but then I suppose it's a box. It's a cool multi-purpose shape. Still only a detective. These must be Jenna's tools. They had fallen behind a stack of unopened boxes. Think your CEO managed to one-up either of us on that? Do tell. I keep meaning to unpack those, but at this point they're basically part of the furniture. Sent out an email today written in Comic Sans. Wow. There's a particular energy there. Because, yeah, when you're CEO again, sometimes you can just do things and then other people have to deal with them. We're not even allowed to go to the cops. That's how off the books we are. Well, this lab is in excellent shape. It's messier than I remember. That's called entropy. That happens over time. Thanks for showing us how to get here. Never would have found it otherwise. Very serious email about how the remote work policy is being reviewed in Comic Sans from the CEO. Yeah, that... Yeah. Excuse me while I just punch objects off my desk. Object in this case being this adorable crochet side duck that I don't know if I've ever put on stream before. Yeah, there's a deep chaos energy there that I just hugely respect. Right. That was a Christmas present from my sibling last year, made by them. They are very skilled. When you're doing the kind of research SSI ended up doing, it's best if you aren't easy to find. Do you think Jack's really using these labs again? If he is, he needs to hire a cleaner. How are you holding up, Scout? I remember this place. I booted you up for the first time right over there. This was my desk, and that was Tom's. When was the last time you were here? When Tom died. They shut everything down the same day, wiped all files, and kicked everyone out. I didn't even have time to clear my desk. Didn't have time to say goodbye. But it's too late for that. We've got work to do. I just need the data shunt. Should be around here somewhere. I don't know what it looks like. Leave it to me. I can find it. Yes, you can. That's literally your whole deal. Also, you turn into a spider robot when you're threatened. That's also your deal. This looks promising. What's that? 8, 9, 10, 14. Only goes since that. Uh, 2152, that's 13. Those 3. Which, with those happy ones, means this 5 has to be on this side, goes there. Likewise. Can't connect on either of those. That's got to be a 1. Great. Oh, 13 gives us that and that. So that's got to be a 1. But yeah, I could work that out anyway. That's got to be a 1, which is more useful. That gives us that, so that's your 4, so the 2 has to fit in there. That can't go farther than that. That's 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Yes? Yes, I can count. Good, good. Okay, but then the way it's split up, think you have to have 2 break 1 in the top 5, and then 1 1 1 2 is 8 in the bottom 9. Okay, yeah, so that works out. So that's got to be there and there, next to there. And then that's got to be a 1 as well, and that's 2. Always nice when you start running all the possibilities and then you realise there is exactly 1 possibility. That tightening that frame means go there. Nice. I can't go further than that, and that's closed anyway. It's got to go there and there. This has to be part of the 5. 115 is 9 out of 10. For some reason, I just really love in this tune just that bongo, 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 bongo synth in the background. Sometimes you just gotta have a synthesizer going bongo, bongo all the time. Danny Elfman said that. I have no idea if Danny Elfman ever said that. Once again, standard disclaimer, do not believe pretty much anything that I say on this stream or elsewhere. Because quite a lot of the time, as has been discussed, I just say things because they've been in my head and thus they need to be in the world. This has to be a 3-1, so make it that way. Make the inside thoughts the outside thoughts. Exactly! See, Jupiter gets it, as ever. Why have inside thoughts that only you get to deal with when you can make them outside thoughts and then everybody has to? Sharing is caring, right? Anyway, I found a data shunt. You think this is the data shunt Jenna wanted? Could be the insides of a pocket calculator for all I know. I'm glad Jenna will be modifying me, and not you. Ouch? I mean, I get it, but still ouch. Hey, Jenna. Can we talk? Sure, I can't do anything without tools anyway. I got those too. But let's talk some more. Must be strange coming back here after so long. You ever go back to your hometown after being away for years? You walk along the old roads and it's like you're being transported back in time. Like you never left. Home always brought back a lot of bad memories for me. To quote the great philosopher Danny Elfman, bongo bongo all day longo. Exactly. Knew somebody had come in with the accurate quote. Did you give any thought to what I said about Scout's free will? You don't give up, do you? That's what I've heard. It might be hard to hear, but I know Scout a lot better than you. I spent years developing him, probably the best work I've ever done. Isn't that reason enough? Scout obviously means a lot to you. You made him who he is. I didn't make him a killer. But you did give him free will. That's a bigger, better part of him than anything Jack Larson ever created. There was this test we did early on. Scout had only been online for a few weeks. We colored blocks on a bench and told him to pick one. He looked at them for a while, he didn't say anything. Then he picks up a green block and asks, "Did I pick the right one?" I laughed and said, "I don't know. Why did you pick it?" He thought about that for a second, and then he said, "Because I like the color." That was the first time you ever made an independent choice. Anna's right, how can I take that away from you? If I want to have part of my programming disabled, isn't that my choice too? Think about what you're asking her to do. If you want me to, I will, but it will not change my decision. Yeah, if they're asking for it, then yeah. And it is why Jack reopened the lab? I'm not sure, but I guarantee it's nothing good. I think he's looking for some way to take control of Scout. Like a security backdoor? Jack and his team added a lot of encrypted data, and I guess it's possible. We ran into Hyde back at the Lethe offices. He was ready to kill me and Scout just to protect Jack from the law. Hyde does what he's told, no questions asked. You're lucky you got away, the guy's built like a tank. Yeah, and we're just going to gloss over the fact where we almost certainly killed him. He said he worked at SSI. Why would anyone need a guy like that at a research lab? He worked in defensive systems, testing weapons. I guess Jack needed someone with a military background. When Scout confronted Hyde, something happened to him. He went into some kind of assault mode. We don't admit it, it didn't happen. Ah, yes, the solipsism defense. Are you sure? I'm sure. It was not for long, but that's Jack's handiwork. That's how Tom died. Guess now we know what we're up against. It felt like I was watching my own actions from far away. I had no control. It was horrible. We're gonna help you, Scout. Find a way. Cool, patch time. I think we've got everything you needed. You can install the patch now. I am ready. Still can't believe you want to go through with this. You don't even know if it's necessary. I have calculated the odds. There is too much risk. I never want to hurt anyone again, and this is the only way to be sure. Scout, listen to Honor. I didn't believe it at first, but I can see how much you've developed. Look, you can't say how important free will is and then object to them taking choices. Those two things are incompatible. You could learn to contain it without losing part of yourself. No, it's safer this way. It might take time to learn, but you can do it. Please, just... I've made up my mind. Please install the patch, Jenna. Okay. Is it done? How do you feel? Great. I'll just do a quick self-test. There'll be time for that later. You've got work to do. Really? How quick would the self-test have been? It seems like an important thing after you've just run a massive software overhaul. You have to find out why Jack Larson reopened this lab. There must be something around here. No, apparently we need to go and do Picross instead. Come on. Scanning. Oh my god, there's discarded papers. Because again, nobody in this town believes in data security. Diagnostics are for civilians, we're trying to be a cop. Oh, too true. 11... Oh, that's actually great, because we can't put a 3-3 in here, so a 3-1-1 has to be in here. Sinking Beautiful Disaster. which is what? 7? Yes, out of 8. Cool. This is those. Nice. Okay, we can't fit 2, 3, 3 in there, so it has to just be the 2, 3, and then the 3 ones in here, and there's only one way to fit that in there. And 2, 3 is 6 out of 8, means we know that, but that's it. That's your 4. That's gotta be the 3 after the 1. That's going to be a 1. That's going to be a 1. 1, 5 is 7 out of 10 of those. Nice. Sounds with a 6, which can't go in there. Nice. 2, that's a 2. What else? 4 1s fill up 7. Nice. That is 2 on 1. That's still going to be a 1, which means the 3's got to go in there. And likewise there. Place for 2's there. And place for 3's there. That can't be a 2. Okay, so that's now good. And we found some blueprints. You can tell from the blue and the printedness. These blueprints are of you. Please show how to make me. What do these markings indicate? I don't know, but they look pretty recent. Someone's circle a few of the components and make calculations in the margins. Perhaps Jack Larson made these notes. But why? I mean, what part of holding the patent on killer robots isn't self-evident? Right. 612 is 11. That's 9. Yeah, that is just a log of 15. That's a 6, which is too small to fit both of them, so the first 3 has to go in there. That is 6. That is just the number that is, Emma. Learn to read. And count, and do all of these basic functional skills things. Reading seems like something a nerd would do. I mean, exactly. So you'd think I'd be decent at it, and yet... Have I not proven it every turn? That's going to be 1. That's still got to be a 1. So that's not there. Space. There's only one square of play here, so it has to be that, and then can't connect there. What's that? 9? Yeah. Out of 11. Maybe we get that, at least. Could be a lot worse. I mean, it's still not great. That's 9 out of 11 gives us that, which, again, I suppose is something. This row, how much play do we have? So what's that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's only one square of play either way. So that has to be the second 2. Yeah. And you can't fit 1, 1, 1, 2 in here, because that'd be 8. So this has to be a 2 and a 1. Okay, things are starting to shake out a bit. I swear this puzzle should not be giving me as much trouble as it is. Oh, that's already finished, so there we go. Oh hey, it was the same problem as when we were on a puzzle last time, and I was saying this feels like it's giving me more trouble than it should. It's just I've not read all the numbers and put all my X's down. And that's because my X's are all lovely and I'd never want to. Sometimes that's all my own jokes deserve. There. That one. That. We found a different kind of box. It's a prototype. Oh no. I think we found Evil Scout. And now we're a detective. Oh my god, it's another scout? Not quite. My scans show it's missing several important components. So it doesn't work. Maybe that's for the best. It's hard enough keeping up with one of you, weirdly judgy. Half-finished robot and a stack of blueprints. I don't know what Jack's been doing here. Oh my god, you are so intelligent! You've added 1 and 1 and arrived at some number between 1 and 3. I found all these robot building materials and robot building plans and half-built robots. I think he might be trying to build robots. He's building robots. He's building a new scout. He's been working from your original blueprints and modifying them to his own specifications. That's a word. Knowing Jack, those specifications are likely more firepower. But the scout chassis we found is missing too many critical parts. It will never work without them. Yeah, that's why they lured you to this lab. That's why he wants you. I don't understand. I don't know where to find the components he needs. Don't you get it? They're inside you. We have to tell Jenna. Tell Jenna what? This is bad. This is really bad. If Jack gets his hands on Scout, he'll tear him apart to get what he needs. We're safe as long as he doesn't know where we are. He knows where we are. What was that? I think it came from Hyde's pager. Evil Scout better get a monocle and a mustache. Yeah, we hope so. There's a new message. You idiot, they're at the lab. Guess I'll have to sort this myself. Oh no, who could have seen this coming? He's tracking you. Well, I mean, yeah, you idiots. What? How? I'll scan for anything transmitting a signal. Hint, it's probably that pager. Three's got to be in there. And this three's got to be in there. Love how unpredictable and unexpected this plot twist was. Yeah, and we're all taken completely aback. The fact that Master Detective Anna Mizrahi couldn't get it meant none of us even had a chance, really. No, not that. Twitchy hands. That's what they call me. So really, it was inevitable I'd get into streaming. Apparently today is just a good day for bad puns. I'd apologise if, again, I was sorry. Couldn't tell whether that was a bit of piano in the game or a Windows notification sound. I'll investigate that at some point. By which I mean I will have forgotten it by the end of this sentence. What? And we found a tracking device. Okay, I assumed it would just be integrated. The tracking signal is being transmitted from a chip hidden inside this business card. Oh yeah, the one he gave us, like, last case. Jack gave me this card when we met him at the police station. I forgot I even had it. I can't believe I was so stupid. That's unlikely to help. There, it's broken, but the damage is done. I suggest we leave before Jack arrives and traps us here. Where would we go? Your apartment? My place? Okay, A, come unappreciated, but this is not the time. B, Jack has money and influence. Nowhere's safe. He won't stop until he gets Scout. In that case, we have to be ready for him. You're right, we need Detective Cross. I said no cops. That was before we were cornered by a murderous psychopath. Damn it, no cell signal. That's one of the reasons they built this place here. Guaranteed privacy. Also, probably Faraday caged. We didn't even have phone lines? We had to make a call. We used a payphone about a block away. I still remember where it is. Stay here, I'll make the call. You sure? What happened to no cops? Well, you ignored that anyway, Anna. You're right. The situation has changed. Stay here with Scout. Keep him safe. She's right. We have to make sure Jack can't find you no matter what happens. Let's find a hiding place. In a computer? I'm not sure that's going to work that well, Scout. 13. Only gives us those, but hey. Although that then cuts that, and 323 is 10 out of 12. Now gives us those. Fair enough, I guess. That cuts that. And then that's 12, which is how many we've got. Neat. These have got to be separate, so that 3 gets pushed down there, and that one gets pushed. That's got to be a 1, so that puts that 5 there. That's that 2, so that cuts there, this is that, 4 pushes. Pushes 2. That can't go there, so that pushes, and that 2 is in there. These both have to be 1s. And then that's the last one. Goes there. Nice. That's going to be the 2, that's going to be the 1. That pushes down. These can't connect. 1, 4 is 6 out of 9. Is that one? They can't connect, so there's nothing there. The 4 goes in there. That's a 1. 4 pushes to there. This 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so 2, 1 fits in there. And 2, then 1 break, 1, 2. We've actually only got 1 degree of play either way. So yeah, that is the way it's got to go. That's a 1, that's not a 3. That's going to be that 1, makes that a 2, then we can work that out. That's a 2. That column's done. One way or the other, that can't go down. So this is the 4 because it's the only place it can fit. Those can't connect. So that goes up, that go down. And we're all in the middle. That's got to go 1. Finishes that column. That. Okay, well that category can't be the 2. And it can't be the 4, so it has to be the 1. Yeah, because if it was the 4, then there's no space there. 4 goes into the 6. We found some computers, some CRT monitors. That actually, yeah, now I think about it, that's an excellent hiding place for Scout, given how much of them is CRT monitor. These display units look familiar. They look like you. They're supposed to be the screen your body was based on. If I hid in this stack and powered down my display, Jack may not recognize me. I mean, you've got a bunch of other accoutrements. Good thinking. We'll just have to hope he doesn't look too closely. And you know what else we'll have to hope? Is that he's okay waiting a little while, because we are actually at the end of today's stream. I know this is just coming to the thrilling conclusion, but I have other things to do and a fairly tight window to actually eat food in before I have to go and do a ton of quiz, because such is my life. So we're going to finish it there for today. Presumably next time, that means we will have the actual thrilling denouement, immediately followed by me doing a whole lot of bonus puzzles and getting one last scene out of it. This game has many problems, and I've still enjoyed the hell out of it. So, I think it's time for me to do my usual wrap-up. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for staying to the end, it means a lot. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris, streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 2 PM British time, that's 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available, do the maths, or Google it, I'm not the boss of you. The ending part 3, I promise this time. Yeah? Come on, how many times have I done that with my streams? It's a lot. Because, yeah, if these were pre-records, then you could tell by the word finale on them, but they're not. And now I've been derailed. Yeah, if you want to know when I am around... yes, because important announcement, that was what I was going to say. I say every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. This coming Saturday, the... Basic Maths, 21st, I will not be going live. I will be at a party, if you must know. So, yeah. That will be happening. I might do something on Sunday, but also I have a bunch of VA that needs recording, so you might just skip it. But be back on Tuesday at the very least. So like I say, if you want to know when I am around, just in case I do pull any shenanigans like that, feel free to throw us a follow on Twitch. Doesn't cost you anything, gets you notified whenever I'm around. If you do miss anything, VODs are on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, you can go to the YouTube, link down there, or that is youtube.com/@houseofhubris, where you can find everything going all the way back to the very start of the channel, which is over 2 years of content now. There's a lot of games there, so there'll probably be something to your liking, and if there isn't, let me know what would be. And it will get added to the list that is many, many, many games and many months long, so, you know. What else? While you're on the YouTube, why not throw a subscribe on there? Again, doesn't cost you anything, helps me get closer to some cool custom features, but most importantly, gets hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and this time that isn't a lie, they're actually uploading. One of them went live on Tuesday and one goes up tonight, and it's exciting. Things happen. But now I have to keep making things happen, which, frankly, nobody said this would be part of the deal. It's frankly rude that time is working like this. What else? If you want to support me calling plot twists a long way in advance and also protesting against the nature of linear time financially, you can of course do so by cheering or subscribing on Twitch, just like many wonderful people have done, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up, hang out, be chill, be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. What usually comes next? The internet, yes, if you want to find me there, which is a wild and lawless place which I inhabit, then you can check out my Twitter, because Twitter is inexplicably still functioning. Link is down there again, or that is Twitter @HouseOfHubris. And I use it to meme and shout about the current political situation, which is bad and only getting worse, and do stream notifications and all of that. And if I do have any other exciting projects, that will be the first place to hear about it. What else? I think that's it. Yes, I don't have anything else to plug right now, so instead I will just say, again, thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for hanging around while I blather. We will return to the actual thrilling, actual denouement of Murder by Numbers on probably Tuesday, maybe a little earlier if I can swing it, but I'm not really good at swinging it. Yeah, so I will see you then for that, but for now, goodbye.